This reading might be for you if something feels a little off kilter in your life at the moment. The Axe card here says forces working against you. The Eye says psychic ability, trust your intuition. And then finally the Cane card, which says pay attention to your health. Now I'm broadening that from physical health to just your well-being and your sense of maybe contentment or safety even. So that feels like quite uneasy energy. Let's see what the universe wants to say here about this. I'm being directed to my big deck that I made myself with a whole lot of different topics, categories in it. So let's see what wants to come out. I'm getting 9 cards apparently. Well, this took a turn because it seems to be about a love situation, maybe with some financial overtones. So stay tuned if that also resonates with you. So just to recap, forces working against you. It just feels like some kind of sly energy or an open enemy. And you might get a sense of what's going on with the psychic indication there. And pay attention to your well-being. And health, I would also equate that with, because there's some financial information here and love, that it is about your well-being in general, including finances. So look, there might be an opportunity coming up for you shortly for a new committed love, or you may be in a committed relationship, but there's a sense of imbalance there. They think that you're too good for them, and they might be correct. They are probably correct, I wrote. That's a bit full on, isn't it? So I like to actually get rid of what I wrote there at the bottom, but maybe someone is just feeling a little bit inadequate around you, that you're more balanced than they are, that maybe you have something they want and that makes them feel like they're on the back foot. However, they do care deeply for you. There are honest energies around this, and the No Agenda card came out. So you might be fearing an imbalance. Maybe this is you worried about you not being good enough for them. So there's just some niggle here in a relationship. And look, we've got 2 quite negative cards here as well. Dissatisfaction, no, which I take to mean needing to have boundaries, like when you sense that something's out of balance, when you become dissatisfied, you need to stand up and say, no, that's not cool. I'm not doing that. But you or someone else is looking to settle down, so it just feels like there's something to work out here. You are being urged to focus on your own money and resources. So that might be a sticking point in this relationship realm. So, okay, now let's go to the tarot and see what else the universe wants to say here. Okay, I'm going to turn these up the other way. Well, it looks to be a lot of fear and anxiety around this situation with the Sun in reverse, that is feeling like all hope and joy has gone from your life, and hence this, insomnia and being very troubled. And it feels like there's a lack of clarity here. There's something that's mysterious, hidden from you, subterfuge. You've really got no clarity on a situation. You don't know what went wrong or what's going on. There's just this element here of confusion and dissatisfaction. But there is a change that came maybe from a breakup. Look at this, the ending of something and just the slight new beginning showing over the horizon with the sun just peeping through here. But this is a card of someone disappearing to protect themselves. Maybe things were a little bit difficult in the relationship in terms of resources, or just trust and lack of clarity here, and a lack of, just an overall lack of joy. So somebody did take off, and it seems to be an overblown sense of critical nature and of boundaries that are just overdeveloped. So that says to me someone hair trigger, gun shy, and really snapping really hard away from someone or something out of this fear. It's just like easily triggered, and then 2 defensive. There's nothing really rational here. This is quite an irrational overreaction and an overly negative kind of stance. So what does the universe want you to know about the situation for you? Now, you might be this person who is triggered and has reacted in this way, but you might be on the other side of it. So take it as it resonates for you, but let's see what is coming up in this situation. As I say, new deck of cards, this has got the full lot, so some of these might show up again. Let's see. Well, look, this is how quickly a situation can turn around. There's going to be something very unexpected happen that comes through to happen. And it's going to lead you to this place of emotional fulfillment within yourself as a single person. So it feels like repair of your own heart after a heartbreak and separation. And it might be just something that changes your perspective all of a sudden. This is wild card energy, so it's like out of the blue. There might be just some new glimmer of hope. Maybe you catch more of a glimpse of this potential sunrise over the horizon there, and that you're therefore able to process this pain of separation a little bit faster than you maybe expected, and you come to this place of emotional equilibrium for yourself. Because there is the fast clearing up here, the fast change, new information sweeping in that really lets you bounce off rock bottom. There is no more pain to be had. It's like you're done with the situation. There is some new situation sweeping in. Or maybe, just maybe, that person has a complete 180 and comes racing back in going like, oh my God, I really panicked. I fucked up. And I know I caused all this pain. So there's that possibility as well. I don't want to fill you with false hope, but one way or another, you are heading to a joyful celebration of some kind of stable situation. The Four of Wands is about events in your life that signify going over a threshold. So it's like a 21st birthday party, a wedding party celebration. There is some kind of joyful situation that is a transition in life. So what energies do you need to really take on board through this? Well, it is really time for you to get grounded, and get grounded within yourself is what it feels like. Look at this, touching earth, planting something new. That is a best way forward for you, or one of the best ways forward, is to really back yourself, is what I'm feeling from this. And know that you can build your own secure foundation in life. There is a harvest coming. So this is really earthy energy from planting something new to harvest. It feels like you go from one to the other pretty quickly. So it does feel like a complete reversal, something new coming in to change your life that, you know, you might have put a lot of effort and time into this relationship and it didn't pay off. But something new can spring up and you get to your harvest really quickly. It gets very serious quite quickly is what it feels like. And you are on your destiny path. Believe it or not, this was all part of your journey. So all is one, I think that means in Latin down there, omnia unus est. And, you know, this was all part of your soul's progress. And if you have been through disappointment, disillusionment, it has had a purpose of really helping you realize you have the tools at your disposal, 8 tentacles, if you like, to deal with the complexities of life. So it's really helped you evolve into your complexities, to see situations in a lot more graduated detail, to get more finesse on your own thinking, on your own attitudes and your self-confidence. You can handle anything now, is what it feels like. So that is beautiful energy. Energy to lean away from is, again, a queen in reverse. So this was the defensive queen with a sharp tongue and overreacting and putting up boundaries, you know, that are outsized to the transgression, if you like, or it just seems like overblown boundaries. And this energy to lean away from is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone sexy, magnetic, but in this instance, demanding, manipulative, using their sexual energy to gain dominance, if you like. It's very selfish energy and not very giving. It's just taking. So the keywords on here to lean away from: someone who is demanding, someone who lacks self-worth and maybe is looking to you for stability. Drama, deceit, infidelity, anger, jealous, selfish, temperamental. So if any of that resonates for you, this is certainly energy for you to lean away from. If you notice it in yourself, just try and find your center, find your earth, plant yourself in the ground. Imagine you're a tree or a beautiful flowering shrub, and just feel very grounded and safe within yourself, and don't lean into any drama, needless drama, or anyone who is acting in that selfish, dramatic fashion. Instead, lean towards more earth energy here. King of Pentacles. Sit on your throne, work on your own money and your own security, whether it's money related or not. But this is about your home, your foundation, your just sense of personal worth and sovereignty. Remember, you are a king in this regard, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. And lean in to people who treat you in this way as well, people who match your sense of stability. And this is really not a vibe, a guy or a gal that likes needless drama, melodrama, emotional, being put through the ringer. That is not what this king is about. King of Pentacles is all about safety, security, measured responses, calm, kind of unflappable, immovable nearly, just very grounded. And that energy has just come up so much with the harvest there, gathering of blessings. And remember, planting something new, it's all very earthy. It's all about your stability. And what do we have from the Moonology deck? Look at the bigger picture. So try not to get too up and detailed on what went wrong, what happened, and things can change in the blink of an eye. That seems to be the message that is coming through. This was a wild ride for me reading this. So I really hope you can step back, step outside of yourself, take a look at the bigger picture, and really focus on your own nourishment, your own groundedness, because there is a change coming. There is something to let go of here, and it feels like you're being released from a very mixed relationship where, you know, there was commitment there, but it just wasn't holding together in a balanced way for some reason. So there were honest energies there. They did care deeply, but something got in the way, and there was something causing dissatisfaction, and then the no was a boundary or an ending. So yeah, it seems like a very tumultuous time reached a bit of a peak, a bit of a break, and then now the new day is dawning, and really the message is to have faith that something new can be planted and can come to fruition pretty fast. So I hope that helps you, my darlings. Stay strong and get grounded. And if you'd like your own personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. But meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.